yeah, welcome back to the Letters. Welcome back to the Letters. We're here in Orange, California with this cooked eggplant, Josh Borden. Put a vert ramp in his backyard. Not too many people build vert ramps anymore, especially in their backyard. So this letter's going out to the old crusty vert ramp and all the wonderful sessions that used to go down, and sometimes still do. All the skate parks from the 70s closed down because of the fucking insurance problem. There's this giant void in skateboarding. The industry doesn't really know what to do, so backyard ramps started popping up. They're just trying to keep skateboarding alive, man. So, you know, kids started building shit in the backyards, and that was the genesis. It blew up from there. The East Coast vert scene was insane. So we're gonna try to get some footage of some of these East Coast rippers for your viewing enjoyment.
We became a tight-knit group, man, of survivors, you know, and that's when we started making zines to communicate with others as to what's going on. If there's going to be a contest at a ramp, just to, you know, reinvigorate everybody.
Yeah.
Man. Like, hey, man, we're still doing it, you know?
Yeah, the whole DIY punk ethos.
Yeah, we're so tight-knit, and we're just pushing each other, man, you know? Charge it, you know?
Yeah.
And just various splintery wooden ramps, you know?
You had Hell Ramp, that's Maryland, and then you got Cedar Crest. And it's really why I wanted to do the love letter, because I'm a big fan of Cedar Crest. It's the biggest regret I have in skateboarding is that I didn't go to Cedar Crest because I was so fucking in love with it.
This is Cedar Crest Country Club. Things like this don't go on all around the country. This is a special privilege that we here have.
The early ones, they were all wood, and splinters were deadly, and wood breaks down real quick. You know, you put wood sideways at first, it was real slow, then we put it vertically and soaked the sheets in water, remember that, to get it to bend. This was all like kids just picking up skill saws trying to figure it out. Darren Navarrete. We're polarized, east and west. Here, so we forgot there's a whole land in the middle. So we need Darren to fill in the gap.
The Midwest. No one thinks about the Midwest. I think about the Midwest because I'm from the Midwest. I don't know. Is it intimate okay to use in this skateboarding thing? Because it was just intimate to go there, and there was 5 people, 6 people. It wasn't about trophies, it wasn't about stadiums, it was backyard, it was outcast.
And every ramp you went to, it didn't matter where on the map, whether it was fucking Europe or Indiana.
Yeah, small crew.
You know, you were walking into a crew of 6 to 10 dudes, you know, with maybe 3 or 4 real serious dudes.
6 to 10 if you're lucky.
If you were lucky. Morris Wainwright, he's going to try to educate us on East Coast, because I'm just a West Coast kid, and I didn't really get to spend too much time back in the vert heyday back there. Tell the people what you know. What do you know?
Oh, we're talking about ramps, so that's what we did, because that's what we had. The piece of plywood with the sticks to prop it up, and then we built like another stick to prop it up a little higher, and then I think the last year I was in high school was like 80. We made it a half pipe. You know, you start hearing about more and more ramps, like, you know, an hour away, 2 hours away, and the community just kept building, and we just started like traveling to other people's ramps and building more and more.
And then slowly but surely, this whole kind of ramp network, I guess, kind of like punk rock, like there were cliques of dudes. We got our ramp, we're these guys, you know, then you get into all those teams and stuff like that, like where are you from? then you get the Toke Team and Team Steam and all kinds.
The loud ones.
Yeah, the Fort Crew in Virginia Beach, right? Everybody's repping their local spot, and their local spot is usually a 8-foot transition foot of Vert, 24-foot wide piece of shit.
It was you and your friends only. There was no kook on some fucking longboard or rollerblades or fucking stupid scooter thing, or dad trying to stand in the way of the middle of the bowl, or some kid with a remote control car, or some other dumbass running around the park.
I bumped heads so hard with Blaze, like the first 5 times I met him. That's the single reason I chickened out of going to the East Coast. Fucking frontside sliders with his hand down, some of the most beautiful Andrix you've ever seen. Had a slob fast by it from hell.
Best ever.
And I was so horrified because I had so much beef with Blaze because he had just such a fuck you attitude.
He was
like,
arrogant.
Yeah, he was, but he could back it fucking up.
Absolutely.
Like you couldn't say shit. Yeah, when the dude dropped in, he'd fucking humble you.
Dude, I just got a history lesson right there. I've never heard any of those like
This
ramp
was all
names.
way before his time. Yeah. Because of that, because of those ramps and stuff, skateboarding jumped too. The amount of the progression that came out of all of that, of going back and forth. Neil Blender calls it the swing set, back and forth, back and forth. And after a while, the powers that be, the collective they, decided that it was too elitist because not every kid has access to building, you know, a $15,000 or back then a $5,000 vertical facility, you know, so then they actively pushed to go to street, and that's when street skating was born.